So if people actually want to look into the data, want to try things, want to play with it, this should be available starting tomorrow.
And we're expecting around about 20 terabytes to be generated over the 4 days?
Roughly. I mean, we will probably be able to re-encode this stuff more efficiently in the post-processing step, so we might be able to shrink it down quite a bit. I'm expecting that we will generate about roughly-ish 20 terabytes of data across all the cameras during this week. The ultimate size of the final data set depends on a bunch of stuff. It's difficult to predict in this at this point in time. It will be several terabytes of data.
Can I add one more thing to it before we get coffee? And that is, there are multiple tasks that you're able to do. Try to do every task, okay? Game playing, book reading, on reading experiment task, Christmas tree making, all these different things we want to do. Cooking, everybody has to cook. Everybody has to clean up after cooking twice, right? And these will be group activities. So just engage and
does the list of activities exist as a written thing that you can check?
We should actually generate a new version of that.
Yes,
it's not finalized because it keeps changing.
We had various versions of this over time. It kept changing. What we also have is again some additional sensors, right? So we have the eye tracker, there's some eye tracker tasks that will of course not be perfectly time aligned to everything because we only have one of them, so you can do the thing one at a time. We have some other cameras. I have a thermal camera somewhere, so we can take some bits and pieces that can be added on.
We have guitar. You must play some music at some stage, even if you can't play. Let's make some noise.
So we have a whole bunch of stuff.
We can use that for time alignment also.
Yes.
At least you can. I mean, you can sync it the same as something.
Exactly.
It gives a peak in all of the. If somebody shreds.
But if somebody claps close by, you can confuse the algorithm, right?
Yeah, possibly. But I mean, you have spatially distributed microphones here. This is also there's interesting things. You can
True.
With this.
Can we generate a 3D meeting?
Yeah.
With spatial audio.
Oh,
you want to make something very confusing, Luca? If we clap at the same time? Slightly off.
But I mean, there's so many interesting things. The house itself is not going to change, so we can even do a 3D reconstruction of the whole thing and compute the position of the camera at any point in time.
Well, I mean, the house is going to change, like you move the chair over there.
Yes, but I mean, at least there's some anchors that are not going to
work. Let's see about that.
This is what you have in industrial environments. You have things changing around in a digital twin.
Yes, like the flying cameras at football games.
It's 3D panorama, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Video.
And I mean, what you alluded to, there will be some things happening behind the scenes. I might send some of you emails throughout the week asking you to do some sneaky little tasks without telling anybody else. Just to have some things in there that are not already obvious by watching the video, because you're like, then I'm going to hide this thing there, it's going to be hilarious, right? Because that kind of defeats the purpose. But there's going to be stuff that happens that you may or may not notice. You might be asked to collect all the I don't know what throughout the time here that somebody else purposefully hid the day before without telling anyone. Things like that, right?
Yeah, okay.
So just to make this a bit more interesting to everything, and not because we have the meta process documented within the data, some of this inevitably needs to be hidden in order to have some tasks that are not completely trivial, because the preparation of the task was already recorded.
But maybe speaking about hiding things, you may have noticed that most of the picture frames are turned away. If you are hiding things or moving around stuff on the cupboards, please do not look at the picture frames.
No, please don't turn.
They are deliberately turned around because there are people on there that are not us.
There's people on there that do not belong to the group of people who agreed to be part of this. Yeah, that's essentially that.
Yeah.
So I
Do
yes.
they have like a spare device or something? For example, if I want to learn to play some songs on the guitar, and I don't want to be looking at my phone, is there like a safe device that anyone?
Mhm.
Good idea.
We can
find
see
something.
about that.
In Clifton.
I mean, no. I mean, we have
A new MacBook.
we have two of the clock machines. We can use one of the clock machines some of the time to do other things. We will figure things out.
Figure something out.
Good idea.
But yes.
I mean, if there is a machine we install.
For the chord.
Just a physical
Yeah.
machine, we can install
Yeah, so
Ubuntu
share
like in
internet.
3 minutes.
We have
Terminal.
that laptop. We can write that laptop to set the third laptop.
So we just need
Do we want
chord
to
chord
reimage that machine?
diagrams.
We can,
We can
okay,
reimage
sure,
I mean, you
on
can
the
do it
internet.
from a USB stick.
we can re-image the machine. I have some. I should have
that's
some
the thing,
thumb
you can
drive
either boot
somewhere
Ubuntu
to.
or-
We can
One
re-
of them even might have an Ubuntu installed this
We
on
can
them,
re-image
otherwise
the
we
laptop.
just get
Okay.
a new one. Yeah, but that's a good point. We
Yes,
can,
If it's
we
just
you
for
can
web,
reimage
but,
the laptop as part of the data center.
My laptop.
Well, I mean, you could also, and one could also go and basically pause the camera, prepare like a chord diagram, bring the camera so it's only the chord diagram visible, and then you play for a while, and then
it's difficult because, well, Klaus situation. 2
Yes,
hours.
because of others.
no, I'm saying if you turn off and you prepare it inside, right,
Inside.
in your room,
In your room,
you
yeah.
bring it out.
No,
Yes.
not me. I'm just saying for
Yeah.
activities.
But of course, there could be
Essentially,
notifications and stuff like this.
But
So.
this is already leading us into the homework that people should have to do, right? So the agenda item for tomorrow is essentially to discuss and well, present and discuss all the things you came up with for both the ideas for the challenge and the ideas for the hackathon. So I would ask everybody to throughout the day think about this. We want to discuss this with other people. Feel free to discuss this with other people. If you want to write things down, feel free to write things down. If you want to prepare some slides, feel free to prepare some slides. If you don't want to prepare some slides, feel free to just do this without. All of this is perfectly fine. But ideally, we have a bunch of stuff ready for tomorrow that we can then have a discussion about, and that will guide us towards more concrete
We want to
instantiations.
structure that and say tomorrow we should talk about the Grand Challenge. It's the obvious thing to discuss. What kind of a
I mean,
retrieval challenge will we
it
look at?
kind of goes hand in hand, right? Because some of this will involve doing data augmentation. Some of this data augmentation we will do beforehand. Some of this data augmentation might also be an interesting task for a hackathon that we can put out there as suggested topics, and then of course people can come up with their own topics. All of this to be determined, right? So this is very much we will try and make this as broad and as interesting as we can make it. So the more ideas, the merrier.
So what has to come out of this is a Grand Challenge task, a hackathon suggestion, and a future direction suggestion out of the next 3 days after today, which is reasonable.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the report has to go back to SIGMM after this
Yes.
event.
Right.
Okay,
Coffee.
coffee. Coffee. Very good. Nobody gets the quote. Okay.
Say again.
They will thank us.
I'm really proud of you.
today.
Yeah.
You didn't get it.
Graham will get the quote.
Look at.
Somewhere.
Make at the top of the hand.
Let me double check alignment.
This is the smallest one there is. They told me this size is.
I know, but I don't
Yeah,
want
but
to
the thing is, we only have
What?
this.
We didn't
we
bring
can
the
just,
Chernobyl.
put another hole in
The
it.
let's put the
Netflix
phone.
series.
It was a great series. Did you see it?
What?
Chernobyl.
Yeah,
It's a classic.
Wasn't
No, I don't think I saw it. No.
Yeah,
It's wonderful. Okay, the coffee was made an hour ago, so it's probably bad.
Here.
Right.
Very strong and cold.
Coffee, then start doing some tasks. I want
You should print out like a list of tasks.
Yeah.
We'll generate it.
Where did you go? Here, this is me.
I will.
Here we go.
Right. So where are the cups? There's cups. I'm gonna do a.
Just make it as cold as possible.
I'll do coffee augmentation. Klaus, I'm gonna do coffee augmentation.
Coffee augmentation.
Yes. With rum kokos. Yep.
Good. Very good.
Stir them in, then I get sugar. I get flavor enhancer.
That's very good.
It's like half the amount of coffee that you bought.
I think the dishwasher is also done, so I will do this.
I can clean it up. Clean it out.
Yeah.
There you go.
I can do that.
Get coffee first.
I'm used to it. But I'm surprised that this is always so fast. It's not good maybe if you do so
We
fast.
actually set it like a 2-hour program, so it should be okay. It's not the really short one.
Bjorn, I found your cup.
Is it very hard?
You found my cup?
Yes.
Yep. There you go. I like it.
No matter what coffee it is.
This is definitely better.
Burn the plates from.
So there's something here.
I forgot where they are. Here. Maybe. But these are not.
That's the problem if you have these.
Yeah, I may have bought a slightly too cheap.
It's all which there
Somewhere
are.
else. Somewhere else. I think there.
Something at the top. Up there.
Klaus, those plates go in here.
Sure. Yeah.
Be large enough.
I forgot.
We did like long.
They mixed some were from over there. Like the colored ones were over there. The other ones were. But you can give it.
Let's.
Does the job.
I hope it's not going to be this.
I hope it.
Oh, that didn't work so well.
Oh!
Let's check them.
I think it's not working reliably. Look! Look!
What? Oh.
Yes!
Oh fuck.
We did not pull it. We did not tear it off.
Something that is.
Oh my god. Okay, so we have to do it again.
No, but it's.
No, this one is not the one that is water.
Can you check the box?
Yeah, but I can feel it. Yeah, I know it.
Yeah. No, let's do it again. Let's do it again.
So, just, I don't know, but
It's the same, right?
I mean,
It's very good one for leather.
maybe
You want to do
with
it again?
with the fork and knives,
Yeah.
I think we should do it again. But not
Yes.
with the plates, I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe also with the plates, right?
yeah. All right. Okay. No, because we need to open the container basically. We live and we learn, or at least we live.
I asked Carol yesterday. It says on the box that
Yes, it says maybe, but it's not true.
you don't need to unwrap it.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I can feel this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It's basically still.
Be careful of what's behind you.
All right.
Do we need to buy some new capsule?
No, we need more capsules. Yes.
Because I think we use it almost 7 times a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
No need to unwrap it.
It's not true. Unfortunately not. This is not working.
No, it doesn't.
No, we put sideways.
Yeah, sideways. Yeah.
These ones you can put
some sideways. Yeah.
like this.
Because, you know, it's still very thick to me.
Coffee is much better this way
With rum cooking.
with the rum kokos.
Yeah. We can put
The rum balls.
That sounded like a That sounded like the start of Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. What? Yes. Doesn't sound right. Okay. So.
That sounds like a chord.
C is that
That's G.
that's C.
So C.
Where's C? This one, and this one. Oh my god.
Someone want to buy
Capsule for the dishwasher.
I think it's okay.
Do we have Bjorn?
Yeah, but it's not
No, you need to unwrap it, basically. Yeah.
In box says you don't need to unwrap.
Yeah.
You have to unwrap.
But Klaus says you need to unwrap it.
Also, please do not use the program which is so fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it does not clean well enough.
7 minutes.
Not good
3
enough.
hours.
Yeah.
No, I mean, basically we just manually clean the big stuff, and then everything should fit in.
If it's just the glasses or
Yeah.
the box, then it should be okay.
Yes. That seems to work.
So, Cal, what's the plan for after the coffee break?
Do a task.
Yeah, I will do a walk.
I'm going to do a Christmas tree.
For
To the beach.
to the beach, I will join you.
You're gonna come across people, right?
I don't mind. I will.
They don't. Klaus minds. No, if you can go to the beach, right?
Yeah, down here.
Yeah, down here. I think this is the plan.
Nice.
Oh,
Sounds so good.
It's a low gain, high gain switch. Everybody is standing a few meters these sides to each other, to left or right to each other, and then we look at the house, and then later on we can do a video panorama.
We do a capture of the house. Well,
Yeah,
not
a
just
capture.
the video. I mean, that's what I meant. I mean, we actually have a project which is about.
You understand what I mean?
yeah. We do a Greek dance around the house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, we actually have a project which is about dynamicity in digital twins. So basically, you capture things and you try to capture with sensors you have what changes. And I think this is exactly what happens in the house. I mean, you have a lot of people moving around that you want to get rid of, but then you have things like Luca placing a chair at one corner and it stays there for half a day. So that's a change you might want to. If you think of it as an industrial setting, that's a change. If someone puts a pallet of stuff there, that's what you want to.
Right. Yeah.
Case Nook does. They have this Kepler Vision spin-off. That's his new endeavor since the last few years. They have lots of actually projects now with elderly homes, like measuring if the people have fallen, if they are hydrated
and also
enough,
like,
how many glasses of water they took, you know.
Yeah, and also knowing where you put stuff, for example.
Totally. Did they forget? Did they put, you know,
Right.
something somewhere?
And you want to get.
Do they forget stuff and look for it?
And also you
It's
want
an
to.
action, kind of signal that they are forgetting, you know.
Yeah, and where the dynamicity comes in is because you want to realize things that are unusual or have gone wrong. But if, for example, they get a new piece of furniture, you want to learn, okay, this is now there and this is gonna stay, and I don't need to call someone because there is another chair
This
there.
literally could be maybe because you are good with track with folks also. I think the CVPR thing that you're organizing, they would be really interested actually in US. They have lots of these projects for complex actions. And complex action recognition, but it's mostly parking lots, shopping malls, and so on.
Exactly.
Imagine a house now, you know, with really complex actions.
And you have for example, each of us doing the same task, but probably each of us doing it in a different way.
Absolutely. In a breakfast this morning, I think many people were involved. Somebody is adding something, bringing, cooking, chopping,
Different perspectives.
different perspectives. You know.
I mean, the other thing I've thought about is, I mean, there's now quite activities on coding things like Gaussian splats. So you could reconstruct Gaussian splats of different rooms and then have this as a. Because the problem there is having dynamic data as well. You get a lot of static scenes, but having dynamic data is quite difficult.
Right.
And also getting.
So what are these 3D Gaussian
Gaussian splatting. So,
Explain what is it exactly?
well, 3D Gaussian splatting is basically, I mean, it's what came after nerves. Basically, nerves are learned neural network that learns the light field of the scene. The idea of 3D Gaussian splatting is you basically do a point cloud as a start, and then you learn a Gaussian around each point. And distribution, and basically you learn these parameters so that you reconstruct the source images that you have.
Okay. But we don't have point cloud.
No, but you can get one. I mean, we have a lot of views of the scene.
Oh, that's yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
so you can compute.
I think the interesting thing because the quality of the reconstruction always hinges a lot on camera position estimation, and it would be interesting how good the IMUs are, because of course you don't have the real relative, the relative position.
This is the Rumkugel.
Thank you. Yeah. So that's it.
You know, there is a word joke in German with
What?
Rumkugeln, because Rumkugeln is basically to roll around, and so there is this wordplay.
This week, most favorite trips of Bjorn.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. Actually,
I like them too.
you know, the only problem with it is it's contagious.
So basically, I told you when it's time to decorate the Christmas tree, we open a box of this, turn on Elvis Presley Christmas songs,
Yeah.
and
Nice.
yeah,
Very nice.
that sounded like a
Hallelujah.
hallelujah.
Yeah.
That's up to
I heard there was a secret chord. David made a name.
Like a chorus version of Hallelujah.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
This is louder again here. Oh yeah.
It's great. This will be
Yeah, go
What's
again.
your definitions of great?
yeah. No.
Let's go.
Okay. I don't know. That doesn't sound great at all.
Just keep going. Don't stop.
I can't. You play it. You know how to play. You are.
Steba, your turn.
I don't play guitar.
Yeah, I don't either.
Hasn't stopped anyone so far.
That sounded like it sounded like guitar playing.
I cannot.
Oh, you played in a rock band.
No. No.
Yes.
I played in a chapel.
In the chapel. Even
Clarinet.
better.
Yeah.
Oh, clarinet. That's close enough.
No.
Yeah. It has.
Probably translates rather poorly.
Yes.
No,
Somebody played guitar.
well, it's only missing one of the letters from the guitar.
It gets called out because of
This is a similarity measure.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure it is applicable.
If it was a clarinet, then it would be even better.
Maybe less gain.
I can't.
Right. Good stuff.
Sounded good.
Here.
Yeah, but you are not playing, no?
No,
Did you?
no, not guitar. No, I played a little bit of ukulele.
I played a bit of.
Well, I mean,
It's a similar concept.
Yeah, the chords are somewhat
it's
different,
a
right?
strong instrument.
Yes. Right.
Some of the
Chords.
no, but some of the 4 out of the 6 strings are tuned the same. No?
Yeah, but the order I think is different because the ukulele has this kind of curve.
Give
Okay.
me some songs.
I don't know. I play neither of them.
I think it's E, C, D, A or something like this. Whereas it's progressing. I play ukulele a little bit. Yes. Yeah. It's
What's the difference?
Then I had a good idea that we now go outside and try to stand a little bit out. So for this panorama
Have some
thing.
outside capture of the house.
Really
Not sure if we should do it.
Outside
not
capture
sure
of the house.
we should do it on the roadside, but
well, as long as we're looking towards the house, right?
Be fine.
yeah.
If we look towards the house.
Yeah. I mean, also if you look towards the road, as long as there's not.
Well, there's a house on the street. Like if there's a car in the driveway.
Let's do it. Now we'll capture middle-aged man and we're putting on shoes.
Whose are these?
I thought you brought them.
Yes. To you, right?
No, I have mine is in the
Because then these are Cahers.
public domain. But I'm gonna put on different shoes for the.
Oh, you have the trekking shoes.
No, not quite, but it's
You can go hiking with them.
it's quite reasonable, yes. Like it's not a proper hiking boots, but.
Yeah, maybe I will quickly go to the toilet. And then,
Good idea.
and then I can do a walk later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? roughly. There you go. And then.
So, they ran out.
Yes. Yes. Synchronizing the clock. I think the trick is to find something with 3 chords. Learn 3 chords, and then you can play. You can play most of Creedence Clearwater Revival songs.
Okay.
Right.
So, but we need a few people to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's yes. We can. I guess we can circle, right?
Like this, yes.
Can we go all the way around? Yeah, we should be able to do this. Yeah.
If we go to the front, then they can see us. Maybe somebody else comes out.
Yeah. To go to the back, you mean?
Yeah.
We also should go up on the terrace.
Get a different perspective. All right. Yeah.
You get to see. We do a 3D capture.
Okay.
So that house is something different, right?
That has nothing to do with us, yeah.
Yeah.
If you can join, some of you, then we are more. You know, several perspectives at the same time. Just
Right.
looking at the house.
Oh, there's
No, it's not
there's a
supposed to
balcony
be.
upstairs
Yeah,
for the sun
that's why I said we should go upstairs.
when we have the sun.
Yeah.
If we have a sun.
No, it's when. It's just this might be the summer.
So now let's do this, right? Like on the other way. Like this same distance, equidistance positions.
That's fine. As we're moving around, it's
But
completely
still,
fine. We have.
standing still is easier than later for a 3D capture. Looking at the house.
I hope the images are good enough that we can get still out of them.
Right. Now we're gonna hear the sound of an old man landing on stones.
Bjorn just fell.
You're tilting. There you go. I think.
I'm not going to be out for very long. I'm going to keep working on the tree.
There you go. Hey. Do you want inside and up?
It's cold.
There's stairs on the outside.
Yeah, stairs there. I'll say that.
Huh? Yeah. All right. All right. Klaus in nature. But look at the nature here. This is awesome. It's really beautiful. But I think you don't have to walk very far to get into wet marshland, basically.
Yeah, I mean it's called moorings, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Probably.
Yeah.
Already right there.
Yeah, exactly. Sheep. I see sheep. How many sheep do we have?
Where are the sheep?
Ah,
You see sheep?
yes.
Where are they?
I think so. I think they're sheep. That's a good question for you. For people. There's a dark and a black and a white animal far away. It's
I think,
it could be
two
cows. Could be cows. They're far enough away.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Pretty large.
So the new task, you have to do image super resolution and
Now I feel
recognize-
sheepish.
I think sounds weird, but could be a horse even. I think by the shape cow probably.
Yeah, probably.
So next task, who is the correct one?
Yeah.
Nope.
It's too far away to be sheep. This size, yes.
Seems. Wait a second. There is ocean there.
This is ocean, yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Atlantic, I think.
And how do you call this
Yes.
kind of patch of water?
I don't know, this is a lake, right? Yeah,
I mean, it
It's too small to be a lake.
pond is not really capturing it. No, I mean, I would call this a. So we have an Icelandic word called tjörn, which is kind of smaller than a lake. I don't know that there's anything similar in English. Have to check. Yeah.
There is no in our Globish, you know.
Yeah. Yes.
We are using a third of English vocabulary. Even that.
Yeah, this is appropriate now.
Yeah. Oh, this is possible, right? True. Ah, there you go. But not over the camera. I'm cold.
This is when somebody comes, then we can do.
Oh yeah, right. So we can do this if we need to quickly stop recording, right? Right. Well, let's go. Slightly better weather and we could be having coffee.
There is almost no difference between the chair creaking and Bjorn's bones, you know.
Yeah, it's one and the same. One and the same.
That was one.
Yeah.
And the chair sounds a bit better, but
Yeah. So once I used to be able to get out of bed without sound effects.
probably younger.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
Lake, right? It's clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a lake. It's this Icelandic.
It's this middle size. I mean, I'm sure that in the summer this is way smaller. Like it dries out.
Not so sure here.
Well, maybe not because it's close to the sea. Maybe yes, that might be. But it's yeah.
Yes.
But there's so much marsh.
Yeah.
I have to really think.
Think about what?
The word. What's the word? Tjörn.
Tjörn.
So it's kind of midway between lake and a pond.
Yeah.
I mean, you could use it for a pond, but it's we would have like there's a small thing outside our town which is about this size, and we don't call it lake, we call it tjörn. It's
I think in Dutch we also have a word for that, but I'm not sure what's the word in English.
What's it in Dutch?
It's like plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, like,
Yeah.
What's a fjord?
Fjord, that's the narrow thing that extends in from the sea, or from the ocean. Yes, yes. It's kind of yeah. I mean, you have a bay, you have a cove, you have a fjord.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you don't even have a. I mean, it can be quite flat. I mean, in North Germany they call it Förde, which is the same word.
Yeah.
It's usually not as you would imagine it from Norway.
Yeah. But for me, it's more about size of the the inlet
narrow.
of the. It's narrow
Yeah.
more than the actual you know the mountains around
It's
it.
like a canyon or something.
No, because you can have a fjord that it's basically it's going deep into the country, into the land, and it might be narrow as in terms of that, but it doesn't need the mountains on the side. So you know it can be flat around it, and so that's no problem. So it happens that the Norwegian fjords, you know, are covered by you know,
of course, by high mountains.
and so you get that effect.
And how did they create it?
Glaciers.
Mostly glaciers, yes.
Well, that's what happens with also lots of these canyons and glacial lakes. You know, like
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. It just one of them is next to the sea, and the other one is in a mountain.
It's 2,000 meters higher.
Yeah, exactly.
we have lots of these glacial lakes. I think.
Yeah.
On something like Zellenberg, probably 12 or something.
Yeah, I went to see one of them when I was in newer
Maglit.
parts of the. Yes, it was really beautiful.
Yeah.
I broke international law apparently that day.
Crossed to
Yes.
Montenegro.
Yes.
I don't think they mind because it's mountain.
So, but our guide said, you know, now there's now you're breaking international law. If police appear, I will disappear. And I said, you know, what's going to happen to us? Do we go to jail? He said, yes, but you will get out.
And what was the reason again? I didn't hear.
We crossed into Montenegro without permission.
In the mountains.
I think
Yes.
it's not an issue.
No,
because,
yeah.
This mountain range
yes.
it's like pretty much Austria, Switzerland.
Yeah. I mean, he said the odds are extremely slim, like next to none. But basically, if they would catch a Bosnian, they might give them shit, right?
Okay, I see.
But people go there, they climb these mountains like just touristically. You know?
Yeah. We went legally into Montenegro for the rafting.
Lake from where you start climbing this mountain is on a Bosnian side, and the highest peak is also on the Bosnian side. But then you have another peak on the way to this peak of Bosnia. You cross Montenegrin.
Okay.
Part of
yes. Right.
I think it's just like people count as.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever wants to do tourism, like if you want to see any of these nice lakes or so, you are probably crossing borders.
But there are probably some rangers there, right?
There are rangers, yeah. I mean, they are monitoring state border. There are passages and all the roads, but like you go to the mountain.
Yeah.
It's the lake on 1500 altitude.
Could be.
There is basically just one cottage for shepherds in the summer.
Right.
Like that's and even that I'm even not sure. There are people like
up there.
Yeah. So I am not sure actually. There are people from Montenegro or from Bosnia bring the ship there because it's just like you have to start from a lake, and from Trnovačko Lake, it's on the Bosnian side. I can't imagine that everybody has to apply to some visa procedure.
Murlach Lodge.
Hey, I don't think we should be going there, guys.
I will go for a walk.
No.
Why not?
Yes.
Come on.
It cannot be anonymized.
Turn around. Turn around.
A challenge to walk somehow.
So the question is, how good are the cameras? Would they capture the license plate?
I think so.
Yeah.
But we can hide them. I mean, we can hide the cameras when a car comes.
Car is coming.
Yes.
It's busy.
Yeah, it's busy, but why not trying it?
Well, we can.
There's also another car.
We can basically look to the side. If we look here.
Yes.
Well, then we're gonna see houses.
I will cover it like this.
Yeah.
Take care, take care.
Right.
There's not much space for...
No, it's almost impossible. Almost impossible. Alright. I'm not sure.
Huh?
I'm not sure.
Neither I am. Anyway.
Because look, I will get mad.
You can always close the camera.
Look
with
down. Look down.
Yeah, or look down.
That's a safe approach. Measure steps. Now we're checking the step counter. Yeah, that's our excuse.
Exactly.
Synchronizing the step counter.
We were requested to
Yes,
move.
yes. We assigned a task to ourselves. But that's actually, it's not too bad. If you look down,
Yeah.
I mean, you could technically turn the camera down also, right?
There's another car coming.
You can technically turn the camera down, right? Klaus, I look down on you. It's beautiful.
Yes, there is a car.
Okay, I'm just turning the camera down. But now you're still reading the sign.
The camera is not so good. But the sign, yes, the traffic sign you mean?
No, yeah, but I'm wondering about the license plate.
No, no, come on. No way. No way that this can be recognized. Their house.
Yes. Right.
I wonder where we have to go in order to get to the beach.
It's. I think it's might be a drive.
Yeah, but probably straight ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it looks like it's coming closer.
More like moorings. Okay, let's see.
Should be okay. I'm just turned down.
This is a bit safer. Yeah, but this is a property, I guess.
Yeah. Klaus, slow down.
I'm actually surprised that there is so much traffic.
Yeah, yeah.
Where are they going to?
From point A to point B.
So this is what you smelled yesterday.
It smelled like more intense, I would say, but this smells a little bit foody, right?
Yeah. I think so.
I'm sure there's a lot of food making around.
Yeah, maybe. This will be a very good test for the cameras.
Yeah.
But they're good GoPros.
Yes.
Have no problems.
So it's turned on, right?
I think so. Yours is on.
Okay, good.
Mine too.
Yeah. People doing the washing.
But how can they dry it now?
How can they dry it?
the clothes?
Yeah, not now, yeah. They become fresh. Yeah.
Should we try going there?
Okay, you can do this. Off the main road.
Strand road. It's a strand road.
It's a strand road. Oh, sorry.
No, here.
Ah, Strand Road, yes. Right. So that would be German, right? Strand?
Yeah, exactly.
Ah.
It's funny.
It's also Scandinavian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice cottages here. I really like this style with all the stone walls.
Yeah, yeah.
This is very Irish.
Imagine all the work that has gone into building these walls
Yeah,
across the centuries.
right.
I mean, this one is recent, basically just for the property, but it's still
Yes.
a lot.
But they have so many of them.
Yeah. Oh, person. Ahead of us.
This is a very good observation point.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right. Yeah, we saw it. So there's a person ahead, just to warn you. Yes, there was a person walking.
Towards us?
No, I think away,
Okay.
but it's just to.
We can hide the camera then, no problem.
Yeah. Keep in mind. So it was basically just the back of a red hat, I think.
Okay.
Oh, animals.
Horses. No, donkeys.
Yeah. Well, a mix, right?
A mixture?
Yeah, I think so. That's a horse, two donkeys.
Ah, yes, you're right. Looks like one horse and two donkeys. And
Yes.
there's another, oh no, maybe these are three donkeys and there is one horse. Yes.
I think I think it's a
Hard
horse.
to tell.
I think there's
The white one, you mean?
white one is a horse.
Yes.
I
but
think there's
the
one
black
dark
one
horse.
also, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Now we're. I think something may have crossed the road earlier, but I'd have to go back to the video.
Now it does not say where to go, but maybe we try the upper road.
Yeah.
So we have a better view.
Yep. I'm in agreement. Oh, look at the landscape there.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, so the beach is really much further away than I thought.
Wow. Just,
Because you would
yeah.
have to go behind these,
Right.
beyond these houses, these
Yeah,
white
yeah.
houses.
I mean, there's also a road on that side.
Yeah.
Alright, now just to be sure.
This is probably not the real continuing road.
I think this.
It's like it's only going to this property.
Maybe. And there's a person?
Warning, CCTV, okay.
There's a person?
Yeah, then let's go.
Yeah.
Then let's go this way. Do you see the sign? Warning,
I don't.
CCTV?
Yeah, I don't. Also, there's. Yeah, I think this is kind of the end of the road. I'm actually. I suspect you can go past it.
Yeah.
But there's a person there, so.
Right. Okay. Then let's go back.
It's a nice walk, in any case.
Yes.
Let's capture the.
And we can do some tasks. Find the horses, find their donkeys.
Yes, without using the audio of the people talking about this. Yeah, but you get ground truth, right?
Right. But that's why I talk about it now.
Yeah.
When we cannot see them.
Yes. Donkeys, 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 donkeys.
Horses.
Donkeys everywhere, look at them. I'm looking at one horse's ass now. Huh?
So, you can try going this road down.
Can try.
Yeah, would be nice. Wow.